Hey guys, how are ya? So this video is about how I stay warm living in my van. This isn't the only way to do it. One of the beautiful things about living in a van is you get to be really innovative and creative. But if you can take some of the ideas that I've used, some of them are very principle, some of them are unique. So use what you can out of this if you're making your own van. The very first step and the most important thing for me was insulation. So I have 1-inch foam insulation on the ceiling, and behind that I have another 1/2 inch between the ribs. And on the back 2 windows I also have the 1-inch insulation, as well as a layer of Reflectix. And on the windows I sprayed them with the rubber coating stuff, which I forgot what they're called again. Someone reminded me in my van tour video. But anyway, the 2 windows on the middle windows and the 2 back windows have Reflectix with one side sprayed over with black velvet. That's really not that important. But also blackout curtain cloth, like curtains, that I'm sure helps a lot. And the floor is denim insulation with the factory carpet with one side rubber over it on top. And then some of these foam pads, which I got from Harbor Freight. So insulation, I have it, it's awesome. Oh, and as well as a curtain to separate the front from the back. Another really creative thing I do, which I've never heard anybody else talk about, is I park out in the open when it's cold, so that in the morning when the sun comes in, it'll heat up the inside of the van. And I also park with the very front of the van facing the sunrise, because the front of the van isn't insulated like the back. It heats up a whole lot faster. So when the sun hits the front, it heats up the front, and the front hits the back. So it, the air inside the van moves towards the back. So that helps a lot. So when I sleep, it depends on how cold it is. Say if it's above 50, below 70, I'll just kind of get into bed. Sometimes I'll run the engine with the heater on to heat up the inside so I can get undressed and get into bed. And I have a sheet, I have a down comforter, and I have another blanket that goes over the top of that, and that usually keeps me good. If it's a little bit cold, I'll wear a beanie and wool socks, and then the next level of cold, I'll wear a hoodie or a long sleeve shirt maybe, and the next level I'll wear thermal pants. And all the clothes that I wear when I sleep are loose fitting, and they breathe really well. Never wear nylon when you're sleeping. Your body needs to breathe, and you'll wake up and you'll just feel like crap if you don't. And then if it gets really cold, I'll open the side door just a little bit so that there's a little 1/2 inch crack around the whole thing, and I'll run my little buddy, or Mr. Heater portable buddy heater, and I'll just heat up the inside of the van just enough so that it's really warm and comfortable, and my blankets are nice and warm and cozy, and I can get undressed and get into bed comfortably, because I hate being cold and getting into cold blankets. It's a terrible feeling. So that's all I use that for. I don't actually keep it running all night. And I've been down into I think the coldest I've had was 27 degrees, and I was totally fine. I didn't need to run it all night or anything. Yeah, I just use it to heat up the inside of the van. And as far as windows, you always have to have fresh air coming into the van. It doesn't matter how cold it is, you gotta have fresh air coming in. It's a very small space. You will run out of oxygen. And one thing I highly recommend for anybody living in a small space, whether it's a van or a sailboat or a trailer or whatever, definitely get a carbon monoxide detector. Because if you run out of oxygen and there's too much carbon monoxide in the air and not enough oxygen, you will die and you won't know it. You will just fall asleep and never wake up. And though that's a pleasant way to die, I'm all about being alive, so I don't want to do that anytime soon. And also that helps with the heater. You gotta have airflow with the heater. You gotta have oxygen coming in, because this thing, it eats up the oxygen like crazy, and it shoots out a bunch of carbon dioxide. Very dangerous. So always have airflow, always have a carbon monoxide detector. I will never veer from that. I will always do those 2 things, because I love being alive and I want to keep doing it. So I think that's it. That's all I can really say about how I stay warm in the van. If you're currently living in a van, how do you do it? Or if you have any ideas or suggestions, I'd love to hear them. Let's get the dialogue going on this, guys. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please leave your comments and questions below. Thanks.